Today, for the first time, we're speaking with the mother of Theo Ferrara. You may remember back in the fall of 2022, there was a frantic 5-day search for the 14-year-old after he disappeared. His mother, Mia Ferrara, tells us that he died by suicide. In recent months, Mia has been lending support to other grieving families and parents of teens in crisis.
Literally, a friend called me this weekend whose son was in crisis and panicking and not knowing what to do next, and knowing that I had advice for her, I think was really the tipping point.
Sitting in her counselor's office along the Androscoggin River in Topsom, Mia Ferrara describes her oldest child, Theo, as sweet, smart, and athletic. He played soccer, was artistic, and enjoyed studying geography. He was also very private.
You could have looked in an auditorium full of kids, and I can guarantee you that no one in that room would have pointed to Theo and said that he was the one that was going to die by suicide.
In September 2022, after getting off the school bus and before a soccer practice, Theo left the family's Freeport home and was seen walking on Flying Point Road near the border with Brunswick.
He was being picked up for soccer. I wanted to make sure he had something to eat before he went. Is when I first realized he was gone. And then I realized that his phone was in the house and he was gone.
Over several days, multiple agencies searched by land, air, and water. How difficult are those 5 days, right?
Yeah. It was. I really did not know where he was. I did not know that he was suicidal. I really didn't know what happened. So that was really hard.
On Tuesday, September 27th, Ferrara's body was found in Maquoit Bay.
I sometimes look back and think, I was his mom. How could I not know he was in so much pain? And other times I look back and I think, how was I supposed to know?
Mia has found some comfort in connecting with other grieving families and offering support.
Being able to sit with families that have lost kids to suicide when they're, when it's just recently happened has, I feel like, been helpful to them, but it also helps me.
Stacey Jenkins is a counselor specializing in grief and loss.
Coming from a place of curiosity versus judgment, we can do that in our parenting as well.
She helps establish boundaries and build relationships with parents and teens.
But if you take the time to say, hey, I know you're in the middle of something right now. At some point tonight, can I just have 10 minutes of your time, uninterrupted, tech-free? Can we just sit together?
Mia has 2 other children, and her approach to parenting has evolved.
You've got to check in, and you've got to ask, not to solve it, but to listen. And I think I've learned to listen differently. What I want people to understand is, our kids are struggling, and it's so important to stop focusing on, having them reach their best potential and doing their best and getting their best grades. It is so much more important to understand what your kids are doing for their own mental health. What do they do when they're upset? To ask them, are you suicidal? Have you thought about hurting yourself?
Remember, help is always available. You could reach the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988. Maine also has crisis receiving centers and mobile crisis response teams. We have links to information on our website.
You have to keep the conversation happening. Because when you're that low, you think no one can help you.
If you or your teen needs help but are struggling to find a provider, Jenkins has some tips. First, start by contacting your pediatrician. They can help guide the process finding an appropriate provider. Use your social network to ask for a referral. Reach out to a school nurse or guidance counselor. They can offer immediate support and help navigating the search.
The high school principal would say that it has really changed how they talk about mental health. They started a student-led mental health club within the school, and now there's one at Greeley, and there's also one at Cape Elizabeth.
Mia tells us Theo was kind and hopes we can learn from that, too.
I think that Theo would have wanted everyone to put their phones down and to connect, which you don't hear from many teens, but that's what he would have wanted.